Ayo, what is up my niggas? I will not get into much detail about my name or any other sensitive information to avoid morale fags from seeking to harm me in any way. It all began on a random school week in October 2023. Now, I go to a very liberal university in the state of New Jersey. You may wonder to yourself, what is a base 6'5" blonde Aryan and nationalist gigachant doing in a Jewish-ran liberal left-wing university? Well, the answer to that would be that my Romanian immigrant parents are convinced that I will end up as an unemployed homeless junkie who can do no better than post Ottoman edits to Discord if I do not get that sweet degree. I would argue that faggot university degrees do not count, but that is simply besides the point. To nobody's surprise, my history teacher is a weak cuck who keeps pushing all of these disgusting agendas in class and distorted historical narratives. To give an example, instead of actual history we're mostly told how evil the Mwai Pipo was with damn black folks. Not only that, but also how beneficial historical disasters such as the Bolshevik Revolution were. But we got the great news that our history teacher was beaten by a based white Chad. Then our Jewish principal, who is named Mr. D, announced that the teacher will be replaced by a substitute from Bulgaria. Now I was happy when I heard this, because up until that point I was under the impression that Bulgaria is a based white and traditional country. I expected the history lessons to finally be normal. Perhaps the teacher might be a based nationalist red-pilled Chad like me, I thought to myself. Perhaps this teacher will stop yapping about how literally every single invention in history was made by black transgender women or other historical hoaxes meant to unfairly exalt non-whites such as the supposed Islamic Golden Age. The schedule I had for the day went as following. 3 hours of sex education class, then 1 philosophy class which to nobody's surprise was once again gay Jewish propaganda. And last but not least, history class. During the break before history class I put a little piece of paper with the flag of Nazi Germany printed on it on the teacher's desk to see how he would react to it. 3 minutes before the class was supposed to begin, a short Asian guy with a brownish skin tone walks into the class. We thought it could be a janitor or something like that, but man, that nigga had a whole Mongolian traditional costume on with an iron helmet and everything. I assumed that my school was hosting a gay multi-quote-unquote cultural event with clear anti-white motives, and the Asian guy had forgotten something in the class, but no, he says he's our substitute teacher. This confused me profoundly. I was very certain we were going to have a Bulgarian teacher. Hello brothers, my name is Anton Botev and I is going to teach you history, you brown Jew subhumans, he said. One of the students, who is named David and is also a massive wigger, said, Ayo nigga, who is you calling a Jew nigga bruh, lil China boy. Now the second this guy opened his mouth, the smoke alarm in the classroom chirped and an unbearable smell of mayo banana sandwich overtook the classroom. Mr. Anton opened the video projector and began to teach. He put very low-quality pseudo-historic maps that were clearly made on mapechart.net on the screen, displaying an exaggerated Bulgarian Khaganate, spanning from Portugal to central China. Now you see, students, Bulgaria is the most important country in the history of the planet because it is also the original country and civilization. Socrates, Plato, Alexander the Great, Attila the Hun, Rama and other historical figures were all Bulgarians. The reason why you are not taught this in school is because of the Berlin Congress, he said. One of the lower-tier Becky girls in my class with an absolutely disgusting eye-distancing and nose-piercing raised her hand. I don't talk to Foids, Mr. Anton said. She replied by saying, teacher, stop pushing these white straight man horrible human being theories. All ancient philosophy was made by obese black women and then stolen by Greek colonizers. Then a blonde German student began to poorly sing Turkish Ottoman marches. He would not stop, so Mr. Mewi went to his desk to try and intimidate him. I took the chance and went to the class laptop and put the infamous picture of a Bulgarian slum on the video projector. Mr. Mewi quickly ran back and closed the picture, and then threatened to report us to the principal for our quote anti-white Bulgarian racism if we don't stop with this. He called Davids to the board and asked him to write what has been discussed during the lesson so far. He looked at the whiteboard like that one King Von Scary picture and then wrote big nigga money gang nigga sex rap banana and shooting each other with our gun sideways. The whole class began to laugh and Mr. Anton dismissed us and left the class. And so it came to pass that the next day the blonde German student I mentioned earlier got called into the principal's office. I instantly could tell that it is related to yesterday's events, so I got nervous and anxious. Half an hour passed and he wasn't coming back from the principal's office, which made the situation even stranger. Around 2 hours later I got called into the principal's office, and when I entered the guy was not there. It was just Mr. D and Mr. Anton. Mr. D whipped me and said, Oy vey you filthy goy scum, how dare you be racist and try to kill your teacher. Mr. D, I did not try to kill him, I said. Oy vey goy, this is Shoah and you are lying. You also tried to kill me. You better stop talking back before I inform the police you tried to shoot the school up. Now we must punish you for discriminating against your history teacher. What is the punishment? I said. You must embrace beautiful multicultural expressions and let Mr. Anton eat your dog goy. This request angered me, so I crashed out and said, "Shut up, you dumb Jew, I am not going to do this for your gook friend." Upon hearing this, Mr. Anton's face went from yellow to red and he began to throat sing and do shame and disenchantments and divination, which opened a portal in the principal's office. The portal sucked me in and I, all of a sudden, found myself in the infamous Bulgarian slum I put on the video projector earlier. And to make things even worse, the portal magically disappeared, so I was just stuck in that slum. The place and quite frankly the entire country looked as if it was possible to catch STDs just by breathing its air. There were multiple unidentified creatures crawling around in the piles of garbage. I later found out they are called Mewins in Bulgarian folklore. The situation seemed hopeless, however I got a brilliant idea. What if I purchased a gypsy bride from the infamous Stara Zagora bride market and gave her to Mr. Mewi as a gift, in order for him to forgive me? I went and bought the bride, then sent her to beg, so that I may have enough money to fly back to New Jersey. My original idea was to make her a prostitute, however I'm a base Chad with moral values, so I refrained. In the span of a few days we got the money we needed and crossed into Turkey illegally. Now you may wonder why we did not just take a plane from Sofia. First of all, your mom gay. Secondly, in Sofia they only have gypsy horse carriages, meaning they don't even have cars, let alone planes. In the Istanbul airport a security guard stopped us and asked to see our IDs and passports. I panicked and started shouting randy buzzwords such as Enver Pasha kill Armenians, bu tipped area to bilenler I made 10 gorillion pelmeni. This made the security guard smile and he let us go even without any form of identification. We landed back in New Jersey safely and went back to the campus. And so it came to pass I brought the bride before Mr. Anton and he gladly took her and said, "Look at this beautiful Thracian woman." And then he continued by saying, "Since you brought me something I will block you and never talk to you again." So he took his bride and crawled away, quitting his job as a teacher and leeching off of welfare for what remains. However, he is still around, waiting to punish those who deny the primordialness of their Bulgarian people.